Hey everybody, it's Lisa Young Sutton with a special video for you today. And as always, if you find anything in this video helpful or interesting or funny or anything else you can think of, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Okay, so what am I talking about today? Well, you know, for a moment before I was thinking I had no idea, but no, I do have a point. I do have a point with this, okay? So hang on. This actually is a Gypsy Witch video. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard of the Gypsy Witch deck, but how many of you know that it is an American offshoot of the beloved Petit Lenormand? How many of you know that? Maybe not many. Okay, so I mean, it contains all the cards of the Petit Lenormand except for the cross, which that's a quick fix, as you can see here. I took one of the jokers and I made a cross card out of it. Okay, so that's how you take care of that little issue. But before I get into the whole thing, let me just start with a brief background, very brief. According to the research by the wonderful Mary Greer, as early as 1894, Frederick J. Drake and Company of Chicago, Illinois began publishing an expanded 52-card version of the Lenormand cards he called Mademoiselle Lenormand's Gypsy Witch's Fortune-Telling Cards. Okay, so it started out as just being an expanded version of the Petit Lenormand. It was based on a 48-card deck from Danner G. Mulhausen of Berlin in 1875, who had taken the Petit Lenormand and added 12 extra cards. Okay, so that's where he got the idea from. So this Danner Mulhausen was the first one to add extra cards to the Petit Lenormand. Okay, so he added 12 extra cards. Now for the Gypsy Witch deck, they took that 48-card deck and switched the playing card insets around and added an additional 4 extra cards plus a joker to give us the 52-card Gypsy Witch deck, which I gotta stop saying witches. Anyway, but the Joker actually is an extra card. It's not part of the 52, so I shouldn't have said it that way. But anyway, they made it a 52-card deck and they added a Joker. Let's put it that way. Okay, so let's see. So then you can get the Gypsy Witch deck. Here, let me show it to you. This is the typical Gypsy Witch deck, right? You've seen these online. They're, you know, available all over the place. They're put out by US Games. US Games right there. Right. Whoops, can you see that? Anyway, you know, you can get them on Amazon and every other place you can think of, and they're cheap too. That's not what these are. These are from Lynn Boyle's store, so I will explain that in a second or elaborate on that. Okay, so now the reason I have the maybe Lenormand here is because you're about to see that they are almost identical to the Gypsy Witch cards, but he put a little twist on it, so go Ryan Edward. All right, anyway, before I go any further, I have to introduce you to my new wand. Wait, hang on. Look at my wand. Look at my gorgeous Hazel wand. I can't stop smelling it. It smells, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe how this thing smells. I want to eat it. I love hazelnut. You know that hazelnut spread? Oh my gosh, when I need a sugar fix, I just stick a spoon in that jar. Oh, divine. Anyway, this is handcrafted hazelwood from Ireland. And I have my dear friend Paul Richard to thank for this wonderful idea. Paul is the one who gave me this idea. He has a hazel wand. And I thought, wait a minute, I have chopsticks that I've been using, right? And I do have a wand, but it's too big and bulky to use for this. So I thought, wait a minute, I gotta get a nice little, this thing is so light and it fits my hand. Here, let me zoom back in. Zoom back out. It fits my hand perfectly. It is so lightweight. I love this thing. And like I said, I can't stop smelling it. Anyway, this came from Ireland. You know what, Paul? Next time I am in Ireland, I am going to get you a little gifty. I already have something in mind because I'm so glad you gave me this great idea. Anyway, okay, so what's special about a hazel wand? Well, the hazel tree, called Coll, C-O-L-L in Irish Gaelic, Coll, is the tree of hidden knowledge and learning. Okay, it brings the ability to discover the truth. Ooh. So what better wand to use for pointing to cards in your readings if you want the truth? Woohoo. Okay, so according to Celtic legend, hazelnuts that had fallen into the River Shannon were eaten by the salmon, and anyone who ate one of these salmon would acquire wisdom and supernatural knowledge, as the mythological warrior Finn McCool did. Okay, so that's some of the legends behind the hazel tree. All right, so anyone who is interested in one of these wands can obtain one from Patrick's Etsy store. He is the one who makes these. It is called Handcrafted and Irish. That's his Etsy store, and I will put a link to his store in the description box below the video. Okay, so let me get back to the cards now. All right. Oh, sorry, I had to smell it one more time. I'm going to start licking it next. Okay, anyway. If I eat it, I'm going to have to get another one from you, Patrick. I might eat my wand. Okay, so anyway, let's compare the Gypsy Witch deck to the Maybe Lenormand deck. Okay, both have 52 cards. The Maybe Lenormand contains the full Lenormand deck, obviously, with 16 extra cards. The Gypsy Witch deck contains all the Lenormand cards except for the cross, and as I showed you already, you can easily remedy that by using one of the jokers, because you get more than one joker now. You get two in this deck. I think Lynn gives you 3 jokers. I think I have 3 in there. Anyway, okay, so the Gypsy Witch, like I said, has all the Lenormand cards except for the cross and has 17 extra cards. Okay? Now, the extra cards for both decks, that's why I got this out, so I could show you, okay? These are the extra cards. And as you can see, the numbering system for the Gypsy Witch cards is not the same as for Lenormand, okay? Like number 10 is not the scythe, it's the pig in the Gypsy Witch deck, okay? Anyway, so we're going to just run through the extra cards because they both have the pig, they both have a lion, they both have the hand in hand. They both have a rose. They both have wine. It's called, what, Bacchus? And it means the same thing. They both have rapier. Sorry, I never studied French. Serge is probably saying, oh, please, don't butcher my language. Anyway, okay, they both have cat. They both have, it's called order here. I think maybe calls it the medal or honor. Something like that. Same meaning, though. Okay, now here we have one of the Maybe Lenormand's differing cards is the sick bed. You will not find that in Gypsy Witch. Okay, and that's a great card because it denotes illness or someone who is caring for someone who is ill, which kind of helps you out with if you don't know what the tree is trying to tell you. All right. No, come on, you know, the tree tells you about the health according to how near and far and the cards around it. But, you know, that's Lenormand. I'm just a die-hard Lenormand person. Okay, they both have an eye. They both have the flames. They both have amour, or Cupid, I think maybe calls it. They both have lightning. They both have the broken mirror, which we all know what that means, right? What does a broken mirror mean? Bad luck. They both have the railroad. They both have the safe. Okay? But Gypsy Witch, like I said, does not have sickbed, but instead it has bride and shepherd. The bride card is really cool. I like this because as you can see from the message on it, ready for commitment, hopes, romantic ideas, and partnership and unity. Okay, so this is somebody who is ready to hook up, right? It's not saying they already are. So this can really be helpful in a reading about someone. You know, you're asking about someone you're dating or whatever. I don't know, are they really interested in me? Are they ready to settle down? Yup, you get this card, they sure are. This is a really cool card too, because this is, I call this the Mother Teresa card. Intense love of life, strong fellow feeling, protector, teacher, guide, self-sacrifice. I mean, is that a Mother Teresa card or what? So if you're asking about someone's personality, someone that you're interested in, maybe, you know, romantically or even to hire for business or something. Can you imagine if you want to hire somebody and you do a reading and you get this card? Yeah, you're hired. Thank you. But it's also, notice it's also a teacher too. So you could use this for a teacher card, which takes that meaning away from the book, right? Lots of things you can do with these cards. Okay, now. All right, so that's the comparison of the extra cards for these, for the Maybe Lenormand and the Gypsy Witch. Okay, now, what I wanted to point out too is, I'm going to show you Lynn Boyle's deck. Now she has other, at least one other Gypsy Witch deck in her store. She has an Etsy store, Aquarius Wellbeing, that is always linked in my description box. This is the Aurora Gypsy Witch deck, which I love. Okay, you can see it's just, I mean, you know, which one would you rather read with? I don't know. I just think these have really crappy images, and hers are beautiful. I love her images. Right? These are great looking cards. Nice card stock. And I'll tell you what, hint, hint, Lynn Boyle, if somebody would make me a mini Gypsy Witch deck, it would probably be my, like, go-to deck. And she even, look, she has Hans Christian Andersen, Complete Fairy Tales for the book. Oh, gosh. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to get lost in the images. Okay. So I just wanted to show you that. Now, let me keep this here for a moment. Okay, so what do we know about Gypsy Witch cards as far as how to read them? Not a whole lot. This is what you get. This is what you get with the, you know, with this deck. Okay, this is the little white book. Now, Lynn, when you buy a deck from her, it comes with a PDF, which actually has better information than this, has more information. Okay, so the introduction is crap. I'm sorry, it is. It's, you know, but it's typical of the decks that were designed at this time. It's not, you know, U.S. Games or anything, their fault. I mean, this is the way decks were promoted. It's trying to say that Mademoiselle Lenormand used these cards. And she didn't. She did not use the Petit Lenormand. They were named after her. That's why they have her name. They were named after her for marketing purposes after she died. All right, so, but these are trying, the introduction here is trying to say that these were her cards. And we know that, we know thanks to people, the research of people like Mary Greer and Caitlin Matthews and many others that, you know, we know now she read with playing cards and I think Atea cards. Bjorn could probably tell you for sure. All right, anyway, so what do you get in here? You just get a way to do a short reading, which I'm going to show you under here in a second, and a long reading. Now, I can't even show you the long reading because, as I said, these cards are too big. Hint, hint, if somebody, maybe Lorene, who wants to make me a mini Gypsy Witch deck, I would love one. Okay, but here is the layout for a full, this is a grand tableau with these cards. It's 50 cards. Right? It's 50, yeah, because well, 50 plus a significator in the center. So what is that? So I guess this is 51 cards altogether. Yeah, because the deck has 52, and you take out the two people cards, and you just place whoever you're reading for. You place that person's card in the center. The other one is not even part of the reading. Okay. So anyway, that is what a grand tableau looks like. Now, what you need to know about these cards is that they're based on the method of distance. They have near-far meanings on them. Okay, so what they tell you to do is, you lay the significator in the center and you put the cards around. Those are the near cards, and these are kind of in between, right? And then you have, these are all far, right? So that's how they do it. It's not a very exact method like the Petit Lenormand, so you do have some leeway. But if you read how they interpret these cards, it's done just like the traditional Petit Lenormand Grand Tableau, where you're basing the reading, the interpretation, you're basing it on whether the cards are near or far, and clusters, groups of cards. Like as you can see here, they have 13 and 32 are both near, and they have similar meanings. So that says something. That I think one is the snake and one is the mountain, right? So they're saying she has an enemy, okay, because both of those are near her. And love fulfilled, these are two positive cards. 7 I know is the bouquet. I don't know the numbers of these cards, but they're basing the interpretation on, like I said, near far, but also on what cards correlate with the other ones, So it is taken from the Petit Lenormand. All right, so I am going to show you the short reading because that one is easier to show you. But I want to show you the first. Oh, here, wait. Before they get into the reading, they tell you to do this little thing with the Joker, and I just did it before I started filming this, and I had so much fun with it. I'm not going to do it again because I already made my wish. I was like, why didn't I wait? I have no patience. Anyway, what you do is you take out. You have to take out both people cards, right? And you set it. Wait, where's the other person card? I don't know. I have cards all over the place here, so I already took it out. It's somewhere. Maybe it's in the other. Oh, it's in the reading. Okay. Anyway, this is how you do it. It tells you to pretend this is the full deck, right? And you stick the Joker in here, and then you start shuffling the cards, right? And your client, you tell them to make a silent wish. All right, so here they go. They made a silent wish, and then you tell them to cut the deck, right? Which, I'm not a cutter, but I'm just telling you what the instructions say. And then you start laying the cards out, and you count them out loud. And you're looking for the Joker. If the Joker is an even number, they get their wish. So go ahead and make a wish if you want. I don't know. Here, maybe I should shuffle more. Okay, you're making your wish. Don't wish for anything too serious because, this is kind of a fly by the seat of my pants here thing I'm doing. All right. Okay, this is how you do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I put it in there, didn't I? 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, come on, 28, 29, 30, 30. Oh my gosh, it was the last card. But it's an even number. You got your wish, 32. There you go, because that's not the full deck. All right, everybody got their wish. Yee! There you go. Wait, I have to take a drink. Wasn't that fun? Okay. Now, okay, so let's get to the short reading. Oh, this is one of Lorraine's mats from her Etsy store, DivinationApothecary. That's always linked in my description box. Oh my gosh, I love her mat so much. She's in the process of making me another, which I can't wait, and you guys will get to see it, of course. All right. Now, I have to zoom out. Wait. No, that's zooming in. Oh, no, that is zooming out. Can you believe I just learned I can hit one button on my phone and zoom in and out? I just learned that before I started filming today. I'm not a techie person at all, if you don't know that by now. Okay. All right, so this is an example of a short reading. So what they tell you to do is put your significator in the center. So this is a reading for a man. And then you make a box around him. Okay, so I always do my lay my cards out in order. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's how I did my box. And then you make an outer box with another, what is this, another 8 cards? 3, 6, yeah, with another 8 cards. Okay, yeah, because it's a 16 card reading. 16 cards plus your significator. All right. So then I just laid out, I did it in order again, like that, and laid these cards out. Okay, so now, again, the idea is these are the near cards. These are the far cards, okay? So I guess the rest of the deck is just non-existent for this reading because this is near and this is far. All right? Now, I can get my wand. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, I can't stop smelling it. All right, I'll shut up about that. Okay, so this is how you do it. Each card has its own message. They are not read in pairs like the Petit Lenormand. They are basically stand-alone cards as far as their messages, but as you can see, let me just pick one that has, I think this one, right? Yeah, okay, here's a good example. Right, this is hand in hand. Indicates confiding disposition when in close proximity to 38, 39, 42, or 47. So it has a meaning depending on whether it's near those cards, which it's not in this reading. Let's see. Friendship will warm into love if it's near. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. So friendship will warm into love if it's near any of those cards. All right. And then one near 45, favor will be found with superiors. Near 48, financial success. Okay, so it's not near any of those. So now what does that mean? It's not near any of those cards, so does it have any meaning? Well, I would still read it as what it is. It's a card of a union, right? But what we can say about it is that it's far from him. Okay, so that's its meaning here, right? All right, now, because it would take me forever to read all these, and this is not typically how I use these cards. I read these cards as I read Lenormand cards. And I've given all the extra cards my own meanings, just as Ryan Edwards has done. If you look in his book, here, let me just use, how about the lion, right? His have different numbers. So let me find the lion, okay? Because here it says a sudden shock from bad news. And that's all it says on the card. But now what do you think of when you see a lion? Like right away you think of Leo, you think of, and that's what Ryan has done, right? Ruler, protector, hare too, for descriptive readings. Predator, clan, ego. See, it's very much pride, right? It's lion traits, Leo traits, right? So that's what he's done, and that's what I've done with the cards too. But if you want to use the Gypsy witch system, you simply read the messages on these cards and follow them. And that's what I did here. I set my intention, for this video just to use the messages on the cards and to see what I got. So for that reason, this is not my Petit Lenormand anchor here. Wait, what happened here? Let me just zoom in for a minute. This is not my regular anchor. I am using the message on the card. And what does it say? I love this. Wait. The anchor denotes successful ventures in business and love, and surrounded by 11, 13, 29, 30, 31, 35, breach of trust. Near dog, the fidelity, near the dog, fidelity of the one you love. Okay, so what that says, it's got a bad meaning in there, breach of trust, if it's near all those cards, which it is right here. It says one of them is 29. 29 is the mice. Okay, so because it's right below 29, I know this is breach of trust. And now this is the same. The sun, wait, I can't, even with my glasses on, I can't see. The sun near signifies happiness and popularity, but, here we go, wait. Near snakes, mice, and dark side of clouds, it's vexation, okay? Now, we have snake here, Now, is this near snake? I don't know. According to you know, whoever was came up with these, their line of thinking may be that that's far. But to me, because this is in the top row here, I would consider that near the snake. Just the fact that the snake showed up but it is near the mice no matter what, right? And here we have the dark side of the clouds. So we have all three of those. So would I say this is telling me that this guy is going to have happiness and popularity? No. It's saying that the meaning is vexation. So this guy's in trouble, all right? And you can see he's got the scythe, he's got the fox. He's got the broken mirror. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what you can say from all of these near cards is that he's going to suffer a loss. Right here, he's going to get a sudden shock from bad news. We got the broken mirror, which is bad luck, right? This one is saying a breach of trust. Okay. What is this one? Well, you know, yeah. Distrust. Okay, so they're all saying the same thing, but look here, the story up here starts with wine, cheerfulness, and gaiety. So, you know, right away I'm thinking, sure, the guy was out partying all the time, and meanwhile his wife is about to divorce him. Okay, because here's the bride card that I told you I loved, right? But look at the message on this card. The bride ensures for a single person the fulfillment of their highest aims, and this is a married man, I forgot to tell you that, when near, but if distant, turbulent married life, okay? This is a far card for him. And when I laid this, I set my intention for, because I was thinking of somebody I just did a reading for, and I was like, I'll just use him. Clyde. You're going to meet Clyde in my next video. Anyway, so I was like, okay, this is Clyde. Anyway, okay, so he's having marriage troubles, okay? That's what this is saying. And all of these, the eye, when distant, remember these are all his far cards, when distant signifies suspicion, okay? And we've got the snake here, we got breach of trust. Oh, here, this is a good one too. You know, I forgot to zoom out. There we go. The fish is the emblem for riches, but if distant, foretells failure and disaster. All right, and we got the enemy cards. Okay, we have the dark side of the clouds. This was the kicker right here. This is the final card I laid, right? Because I'm looking at all these cards. This was the last card I read too, and I'm looking at all these cards, and I'm like, okay, this guy, you know, he's been out partying, having a good time. Meanwhile, he's about to be taken to the cleaners by his wife, and sure enough, check this out. Clouds with the dark side toward the person, which it is, indicates divorce. Could it be any more blunt? There's one in here. What is it? The one that says if near the, is it this one, the scythe? If near the coffin, you know, the person's about to die. Yeah, near the coffin, an early death. So, like, if you're reading for somebody and you see that, you know, ask them to pay you right up front, because they may not last through the reading. You know, I'm laughing because I'm thinking, seriously, like, who came up with this stuff? But you know, you have to put it all in context. Obviously, you'd have to kind of just, you know, I mean, would you say that to somebody? I wouldn't. I'm sorry, you're gonna have an early death. I don't know. Do people that read the Gypsy Witch cards, you know, maybe if you read them as per these meanings, you could leave me a comment, because I'd love to hear how you handle that. But like I said, I am introducing you to these just to show you that they are an American cousin, all right, to the Petit Lenormand. They are an offshoot of the Petit Lenormand. They have the full Lenormand deck within them, except for the cross. And they have almost identical cards, extra cards to Ryan Edwards, maybe Lenormand. And, you know, even from his guidebook, you can get ideas on giving your extra cards meanings of your own, you know, just as he did. So, yeah, there you go. There it is. Now, I think that is all I wanted to say about this. So there you have it. I introduced you to my lovely wand, and I am planning to do a video using the Gypsy Witch deck as I read it as a Lenormand deck. But I wanted to make this video first to introduce it to you, because I know many of you have never used it. Many of you have. As I said, if those of you, for those of you who do use this deck, and especially those of you who use it as per the instructions on the cards, I would love to hear from you, because I find that very fascinating, these little cards, these little messages. Okay, so that is it for today. Again, if you were entertained at all by this video, please give it a good old thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye, everybody.